Welcome back to Ratchet Thoughts and Isms. We are super excited to have you guys here today, and we are ready to execute this episode unlike any you've had before. But before we get started, we gotta introduce ourselves. Harlem, Luke Skywalker in the building.
Ratchet Poppy.
First Lady Ramona.
Me?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Hollywood Drake, the Brooklyn Knight.
Yes. Thank you.
Yes. And we are, I forget what
and you, wait.
I introduced myself already.
No. She wants that
disclaimer.
Just get it out the way.
Let's go.
Just get it out the way from the gate.
Damn, we didn't start that. Men lie, women lie, receipts don't.
Okay, and what else?
And what else? That's the new disclaimer. Men lie, women lie, receipts don't.
And also the thoughts and opinion.
Okay. The thoughts and opinions of Uptown Brown, Uptown Bravo, Ratchet Poppy, Mr. Receipts, El Capitan, whatever you want to call me, are solely the thoughts and opinions of this guy right here and do not reflect upon the lovely cast of Ratchet Thoughts and Isms.
Thank you, sir.
Much appreciated.
Appreciate that.
Woo. So, we're here today and we've been politicking a little bit about this episode because it is probably one of the most talked about things I think that people speak about at some point in their life, right? So without further ado, this episode is called Is Marriage Canceled?
Is it marriage canceled or monogamy canceled?
Monogamy canceled. Oh, sorry, I got the wrong ones. Well, I don't know. It might be both.
True.
It might be both.
True.
Is monogamy canceled?
Right.
/ marriage.
Right.
Slash marriage.
Slash marriage. Yeah, cool.
Go ahead.
Who want to start thoughts on this?
Uptown should.
Oh, wow. That's what we do. See?
It's Professor Brown.
Professor Brown.
Okay.
He's in the building.
Professor Brown. See, I ain't mentioned that name in the disclaimer. But anyway, I think that monogamy can't be canceled if it never existed.
What makes you believe that it never existed?
Exactly.
I think that there has probably, since, God gave us free will and all that good stuff.
Here we go.
You know what I'm saying? I can't. I'm sure there's never been a world where we lived in where, as a society, everyone that was in a relationship in society participated in monogamy.
Yeah, but
Okay.
you're making a blanket statement
Okay.
like there aren't people who actually participate in that.
There's some, but
But the majority does not.
the majority does not.
Is that
Evidence would suggest that it's not as easy as it seems.
But is it because of people you hang around, or is just like, how do you get that statistic that you feel like?
Well,
How you feel?
in full transparency, right? It's definitely not the people that I hang around, because I'm a retired scumbag, but I probably was the worst amongst my friends. You know what I'm saying? Like, one of the reasons that these two guys are my friends is because they're good guys and they provided the balance to my, at the time, scumbag life.
But you wasn't
I
married,
don't know
though.
if I want any parts of that
Disclaimer.
correlation.
Y'all said you're a good guy. How you don't want no parts of that?
Because that predates that you were a scumbag. So what else is it?
But he
We've known
admitted-
each other a very long time.
Yes, we have,
He
sir.
admitted that. That's his own truth.
I'm saying there was a part of my life where I was a scumbag,
That's his
and
truth.
you've always been a good guy. And one of the reasons why me and you are friends is because I love the fact that you are a good, decent human being.
Okay, so are you saying that I rubbed off on you in a positive way at some point?
Yes.
Okay.
So what that got to do with you
appreciate
saying, great job, guys, thank you. But what does that got to do with you feeling like monogamy is more relevant than not? Like,
women like to paint this narrative that, like, men ain't shit, you know what I'm saying? But unless, like, maybe you live in Atlanta, you know what I'm saying? Last time I checked, the men out here are cheating with other women, not other men.
so women ain't shit either. Is that what you're trying to say?
Yes, that's definitely what I'm trying to say.
Takes two to tango?
That's ding dong, hit it on the nose.
Okay. Well, I feel like
Green light.
a lot of times the reason why marriage doesn't work out or monogamy is not as relevant as it should be is because people are not, they're not mentally ready for marriage like they think they are, and they get into it and they like, this is hard, this is a lot of work, this is difficult, and they're like, damn, I miss my other life, I want to do that again, but I want my wife. So I feel like a lot of times you think you're ready for marriage,
So you believe?
but once you get into it, it's a whole different ball game.
So based on what you're saying, you believe that it's usually the men that are.
I'm gonna be biased because I'm a woman, yes. I'm gonna be biased because I only talk from one view, which is a female view. So yes, I'm gonna say mostly men cheat. Now, the reason why I say men cheat more because there are more women in the world than men to cheat.
But we can't do it by ourselves.
I'm not saying that women don't cheat. I just said men do it more because there's more women to cheat with. What's the likeliness of you seeing a woman that has two shorties, a husband and a jump off, opposed to a man that has a wife and a jump off?
I've been the jump off to the married woman.
But how often do you see that?
That's
Often.
pretty often.
Listen, hold on, Keish. There are plenty of women who be like, "Yo, I got a man, but yo, here's my number."
Okay. All right.
So who fault
So it's
is
equal?
it?
So it's equal now?
What show is that where they used to say you think you know but you have no idea? What show is that?
The Real
Real
World.
World, yeah. You think you this is the real world. You think you know but you have no idea.
So you're trying to say it's equal?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes,
Maybe it's equal, and there may be one part that's taking more than the other. What happens is, unfortunately, men don't necessarily talk about being cheated on as much as women do.
That part.
So while it may be while it may statistically be that
And
men
women are
might
better
be,
at it. But go ahead.
Yes,
there we
this is
go.
true.
with
So go
that,
ahead.
so-
That's another one.
I don't
Finish your
believe
conversation.
that.
I don't know.
Yes, we are.
Yeah,
Yes,
I'm
we
with
are.
Uptown
Yes,
on
we
that
are.
one. I don't know
Yes,
if it's
we
that I
are.
believe that.
Yes, we are. I mean, shut up. Go ahead. Finish your.
Oh, you about to drop some
Girl code
bombs?
Go ahead.
I'm just saying this. Men
Hit
are,
him with the mm-mm.
hit him with a mm-mm. Men are like ABC.
Are women better because women are better liars?
I'm gonna say this one. I'm gonna say this one thing. I'm gonna shut up. Men are A, B, C, D. Women are A, 1, 2, 3, B, 1, 2, 3, C, 1, 2, 3, D, 1, 2, 3.
That sounds crazy.
Men are A, B, C, D, meaning that
she's right.
we're more intricate. We're more detailed than you guys. So it's like we know that, and y'all guys don't have that thing that we have. So
okay.
that's what makes it.
See,
I'm glad
I
you
would
believe that.
That's what
hold
I'm
on.
saying.
See, let me.
Men are very boxed. Women are like
Let me explain to you
all over the place.
what she was trying to say versus what she should have said, right? She should have said men are A, B, C, D, right? She said women are all these other numbers that don't make sense together, right? What she should have said is that women are like code. They're 1 0 1 0. Like
No,
when you
that's
understand.
not what I'm saying. No.
No, you
No.
understand what I'm saying?
No.
Code is mathematical, it's precise,
no, that's not what I want
it's
to say.
detailed.
That's not what I meant to say. I want to say what I want to say.
Okay.
And what I want to say was under
Women
each-
are crazy and all over the place.
No, under each category is a subcategory with us. So A, 1, 2, 3. B, 1, 2, 3. With guys, there's no subcategories. It's like A, I'm going out. I'll be back. We like, I'm going out. I'll be back. Here's my girlfriend number. We call you while we there. Da, da, da. We set the whole shit up. Because we're A, 1, 2, 3. B, 1, 2, 3. And your guys are just ABC.
Okay. Because I want to move on the dialogue here.
I'm just
Okay.
saying.
I'm not going to disagree with you. I'm going to let Dre, you were trying to say something.
Yes,
on
I'm sorry, Dre. Go ahead,
I'm
please.
totally good.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Marriage
That's cool.
is so we already heard Uptown's view on marriage.
On monogamy.
On monogamy.
What's your view, Luke?
What it is. Right now, is monogamy canceled? I don't know. It's an interesting concept, and I say concept because once you get into a relationship, there are these type of, I'm not gonna say stigmas, but like these rules that start
Expectations?
to happen, expectations that start to happen
But it,
in that relationship, and there are conditions that both partners have, right? But sometimes they might not want to do those conditions. Those conditions can change because we're humans, right?
You evolve.
Right. So the things that served you at one point might not serve you anymore at another point. So you typically might not want to be monogamous anymore.
so can I just go and say,
Yeah.
can I just go out on a limb and say that you're growing, but the person's not growing at the same speed as you? And now you feel like you're over here and she's still stagnant? Can I say that?
You can say that. I'm not saying that that's me. I'm just saying that's.
I'm asking, is that what
Yeah.
you're trying to say?
That can be a form of what I'm saying. Yes.
So there's nothing you can do about that? But besides step out on the marriage, there's no conversation you can have.
But he might not even get to the marriage based on what he's saying.
But we talking about marriage.
No, we said monogamy. We said monogamy canceled / marriage, right?
Okay.
So we can get to the marriage.
So based on what he said, he might even get to the point of being married if they hit an impasse based on their beliefs and their evolution.
Okay, that's possible. But that don't mean you cheat. Just break up with the person then. Why cheat?
There are times when people hope for better.
Cheating is easier than breaking up.
That's not true because you're gonna hurt somebody. My thing is, you're gonna hurt me whether you break up with me or cheat on me. I'd rather you break up with me and deal with that hurt, not knowing there's another woman involved, and just knowing that you couldn't work it out and you just broke up with me.
Let me tell you what I mean by cheat. Let me tell you what I mean by cheating is easier than breaking up. So let's say, and you don't even have to have a marriage for this. Let's say the person that you have been dating long term, you guys have intermingled finances, you guys have bills together, you guys cohabitate together, you guys have a side hustle together, you guys have been trying to build an empire together to where there are things that you have tied in together that you both have legally signed documentation for. To walk away from that is a long process.
It is a process, yeah. Right.
It is easier to have a one-night stand than it is to walk away from that person when you have all of these things tied together.
Sometimes it don't even take that you have to have all of those things. Sometimes just being with somebody long enough, it's hard to just walk away from them.
I'm just saying because like,
am I wrong? Am I wrong though?
You have a point.
Okay.
But however, I feel like, what's your priority? Like, is your happiness your priority, or is this the papers we sign your priority? Like, papers can be destroyed. Like, that's not the all in all. Like, okay, we're gonna have to do some things when we break up, but shit, my happiness and my peace of mind come first. And if I feel like we've been together for so long that my happiness is being compromised and my peace of mind is being played with, then I'm like, yo, fuck the papers, I'm out.
That's new school.
I can't do this.
That's new school. Old school?
But he's talking about new school too.
Okay.
He's talking about new school too, but
I'm not talking about new school because I told you that monogamy never existed.
There's people out there who have been in relationships that have not cheated.
I'm not. There's always going to be people who have never cheated.
Right.
But what I'm saying is, there's always been the same way that has. There's always been people
that exist.
Exactly.
Hold on. What I'm saying to you is the same way that there's always been people who have never cheated. There's always been people who have cheated.
Okay.
However, the fact that you're saying that monogamy is based on somebody cheating, I don't believe that that's the truth.
I'm saying we will never live in a world where there is 100% monogamy across the board. We'll never live in that world.
So, no.
Right, but what I'm saying is y'all are making it seem like monogamy is based on if somebody cheats, right?
Okay.
So if you're in a relationship with somebody and he or she, like, he go gets another wife, right? Obviously, most of the time in those relationships, he converses with the first wife before he go gets the next wife. He's not cheating.
That's if you're in that relationship. That's if you're in
But
that
again,
culture.
That's not a monogamous relationship. But he's not cheating.
Yeah, but that's circumstantial. Like, that right there is different than our everyday person. Like, how often have you ever met someone who was in a relationship like that?
I know a few people like
Wow.
that. Polygamy or polyamorous?
Yeah, polyamorous.
Okay.
Because there is a difference, y'all.
Yeah.
There is a difference.
No, there are people who I know.
You gotta make sure we
like,
put the definitions on.
Yeah, females who have husbands that speak to them and they go get other wives, or
So would the world be better off if we were more like that? That would be an open conversation to have if women were like that and gave their man opportunity to have more than one wife? You think it'll be a better world?
I think
less stress, less cheating, less arguments, less broken homes.
Again, it depends on everybody's belief. It depends on what your stance is. For me, it depends on the relationship that I have with whoever.
I have a question for everyone.
Go ahead.
Do you guys feel that monogamy is normal? Damn! Wow, that's hit everybody. Oh shit!
Because
it's becoming normal.
And would y'all like me to answer that first? I'll answer it first.
Let me say this much: the stuff that we know has there's things that have been taught to us. That
Right.
Right. So I took a step back because I go to what is it that I've been taught, and what is it that I actually was like, is this for me? Is this something that I truly believe, as opposed to something that was fed to me, and I was like, okay,
Right.
I'm gonna do it too.
That's
Right.
true. That's true.
That's why I took the I don't know about everybody else, but that's why I was like, whew.
If you want me to answer, I answer
It's
first.
subjective. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
I think that I don't believe that monogamy is normal. I think that, especially when you look at, if people want to believe in the fact that God has a divine plan and he doesn't make no mistakes, then he didn't mistakenly put more women on the planet than he put men. Right? So I think that...
You just say that?
Yeah. I just said
sorry.
that.
Go
You know what I'm
ahead.
saying?
Go ahead.
I think it's about what you prioritize, right? Because I think that, one, because I don't believe that monogamy is normal, that's also one of the reasons why I choose to date women who like women, because I like to have threesomes, because I understand that it is easier to find a woman who is going to be a willing participant in the fact that I don't think monogamy is normal and have less stress on my life than for me to cheat and then I gotta deal with the surge of a disgruntled woman, right?
I'm listening.
I also feel that at the end of the day, I value having companionship more than I value the free will to fuck whatever I want. So I choose to participate in monogamy even though I don't believe it's normal.
Not whoever, but whatever.
I have a question though. So you mean to tell me that if you're bisexual, you don't get cheated on because you can have a threesome with your man?
I'm speaking from my life.
I'm asking you. Like, you're trying to say if you're bisexual and you would never get cheated on by you because you can have a threesome with your man.
Yes. But I'm also saying, right, that I choose to, like, when I look
Participate in monogamy.
like, it's one of those things.
So
I value the capacity to have threesomes at the stage that I'm in my life now, right? Do I see myself having threesomes when I'm 60 years old? No. So I care about companionship and having someone to grow old with more than I care about the capacity to have the free will to do whatever I want, which is why I choose to participate in monogamy, even though I don't think it's normal.
I get it. You're thinking about the future, so you're like, it makes sense not to be in different relationships.
But I definitely don't agree that it's a normal thing.
So can I ask you a question though? I've been told from more than one person that if you're not married, you're single. Have you heard that?
I've definitely heard that.
If you're not married, you're single.
Do you agree?
That's the box you check when you fill out applications.
It don't say dating.
That's true. I don't agree
It
with
just
that.
says
I agree
married,
with that.
single, divorced,
You're not married. You're not
or
single.
widowed.
You single?
No, if you're not married, you're not single. You're not single.
So what are you? On
You're
hold?
dating.
You're in the transition.
You're dating to be married, but you're not single. Like, single to me means you do whatever
When you
you
fill out
want
the
to do.
application, it doesn't say dating with
Well,
intention.
At the end of the day,
Dating with
Intention. You know what I'm saying?
Dating with intention.
I mean, to be honest with you, like, you got free will. You're gonna do what you want to do, whether you're married,
Oh, free will comes up again, huh?
dating, single, engaged. You're gonna do whatever you want to do in
But
any
I
of
thought
those
the whole point of
stages.
dating was to get to the marriage. I thought there's a whole process that we're doing right now. So why even say you're single?
But we had a whole other episode where you said there's people who date socially. They just date to date.
Yeah, but that's because they're not looking for marriage. But what does that mean to be single though? Like, what does that mean? You know, you're single till you're married. Like, what does that consist of? What does that look like?
Because you got free reign.
To do what? To do what?
You got free reign to sling over here like Captain Condom.
Is it both sided or just one sided?
Why are you slinging? Why are you
Is it
pointing
two-sided?
to me?
He said, wait,
Oh, all right. So
I didn't catch what you just said. What you said?
Captain Condom, right? So
No. Captain
Captain Cover-Up.
Captain Cover Up.
How I I get over here,
What you
son?
said?
Because
Okay.
so I have a friend, right, who you know in the terms of like cheating, I've heard her say things like, you know, if a dude uses a condom, it's not cheating because she believes that all dudes like to, you know what I'm saying, have sex raw. And I was like thinking to myself, well, clearly she hasn't met Captain Condom over here. 'Cause, you know what I'm saying? This dude, Captain Cover Up, because this dude be out here, you know what I'm saying, just, he's always covered up.
As long as you know him.
Yeah,
Ooh,
listen.
baby, I
know
like
him.
it, bro.
Is there truth to that, Lou? Because I want to hear from you. Because sometimes, you know, disclaimer over here, he be saying some stuff. But
I got the receipts. Go ahead, give it to him.
is it true, Lou? Are you Mr. Protection?
So I am. To this foolishness. Yes, in my time when we were young, I made sure I wrapped it up because I wasn't trying to get none of these girls pregnant out here
Smart man.
because I wanted to have. I want to have kids with a woman that I'm married with, and we can raise these kids together in a way that's harmonious and beneficial to both of us and the kids that we raise.
So are you still Captain Cover Up?
See what happened was.
What happened was.
Because guess what? In the MCU, Captain America died, so we might need Captain Cover Up to step in. So
I can no longer subscribe to that name because, like all things, you have experiences that allow you to open your mind to the possibilities of this world. So,
Okay.
for this, I can't believe that he called me Captain Cover Up.
I'm just saying.
I said, I got 3 kids. I can't call myself Captain
At least you
Cover
were
Up.
captain.
Yeah, I I wasn't expecting that.
Yo, give me.
I wasn't expecting that when I was good. Oh man.
Oh, yeah, good stuff.
Listen, I'll give it to. Well, I can't give it to you guys, but raw sex is lethal, man. That shit, you gotta be a strong soldier in order to do that type of stuff, man. And
You are a stronger man than me. I have 3 children.
it's
part.
it's tough.
Yeah, you're a stronger man than me.
Tough
you know what
out
I'm saying?
there. You gotta be a strong
What's
mind.
your life?
It will change your life, right? It'll change your life.
That whip appeal.
All right. Can we focus?
Let's get back. All right.
Put
So,
it in the homie.
Oh, facts.
all right, let's get back. Where were we at? Marriage, monogamy.
Yo, that's-
you're not
that's
married.
social media.
You're single. Okay, go ahead.
Social media, does it have an effect on relationships now?
I think so.
It's easier to cheat to me through social media.
I don't think-
It's easier to cheat and easier to get caught too.
Yeah.
That part.
I would say that social media makes it easier to participate in type of shenanigans that you might get into because both parties are involved in those shenanigans, right? It's not just a man looking out there or a woman looking out there to have some fun. Like I know people who straight up be like, "Yo, yeah, I got a girl," and the girl be like, "Okay," and vice versa. Like the girl be like, "Yo, I got a man, but here's my number,"
They're not
and the
serious.
guy be like, "Oh,
What you mean?
People not serious. They're just in it to be in it. The relationship. They're not
So
serious
you
about
don't
it.
think that people can compartmentalize and believe that, you know, like this is just a fling, it's just fun?
No, I'm saying that people are in relationships to say they're in one. People are in relationships to say, "Oh, I got a man," but their heart is not in it. Their mind is not in it. Their emotions is not in it. Yeah, I have a man, but I go outside to the bar and the first dude will come in my face. I'm giving him my number. Like, you're not serious. You're not serious about this relationship. You in it because
What if it wasn't the
it
first
look good
dude?
for the family or because you're supposed to have one at this time at your age. But at the end of the day, you're not really serious about it.
So do
What it
you,
wasn't with the first dude, but it was like the third dude.
Either way, you're not
so
serious.
do you believe that it has to do with what we're taught here in the United
I
States?
feel like for me, it's my belief in God. Like I'm not gonna be with someone if I'm not wholeheartedly gonna be with you and not cheat on you and try to make it work. That means I'm not ready for this. If I'm not ready for a relationship, I'm not gonna jump into one. Period.
Oh, good.
I'm not gonna do it.
I'm going to refer to the deacon on this one.
Minister.
Sorry.
Right.
Even though they both mean the same thing.
I grew up in the church. I went to Catholic school and everything like that. I read my Bible and stuff like that. If I recall, is it correct to say that in some versions of Bibles, because
No, in the Old Testament,
in the Old Testament that
men had women, their wives,
women had several,
with an S,
men had several wives,
and concubine with an S, like multiple
Is that true?
women.
Same.
It is true.
Okay.
Okay, just want to make sure. So monogamy at some point came about later on.
But again, that's the reason why my question was: is it based on where we live? Because in certain places, that's still a thing. The poly life is still a thing. As long as you can take care of the wives and the children, you can have as many wives as you want.
So you know what y'all men need to do? When you want to cheat on your girlfriend or your wife, you should bring the Bible and show her where it says that back in the day, this is something that we did.
You can show her that she's down and she's gonna go for it.
This is something that
Really
happened.
show her. If a man show you that, is that gonna be okay for you?
So,
Is it gonna be okay for you?
I was a joke.
Oh, okay. Because I'm saying you can show a black woman that's not gonna mean a goddamn
right? Because
she's still gonna be ready to set you on
I'm gonna
fire.
slap you with the Bible.
She might even show you in the Bible where it says obey the laws of the land, and and here
She can also show you where it say eye for an eye. She gonna listen. No.
So go ahead, Dre.
So, but again, that's what I'm saying. Like based on like we live here, and that's what's taught to us.
Here meaning America.
In America,
Okay.
and what's taught to
Western
us.
civilization.
Yeah, and especially us who may grow up in the church, whether it be Catholic, Protestant, Episcopalian, whatever it is. It's like one wife, to one husband.
Right.
Do you think that would you follow a different lifestyle if you're growing up to somewhere else? Yeah.
But you don't know anything else.
Now, don't get me wrong. There are other places that pick up our belief systems as well as us picking up other belief systems. Because you have people who say if we look at our ancestry, from Africa and stuff like that, that's the way certain people were living. So why don't we go back to that? Yeah. Things of that nature. Right. Again, so like. Do you believe that just because, again, based on like how what Luke was saying, we grow up and stuff is fed to us. When we get a little older, as we mature and as we evolve, we may say like this doesn't fit my lifestyle anymore.
Right.
Well,
it's true.
I definitely want to say that I believe that monogamy is part of a Western civilization economical construct, right? Mm-hmm. People who are married contribute to the economy. They have 401ks, they have RRAs, they have investments. These are all things built to structure.
So it's a contract.
It's all built to structure economy.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because you got to put money into the economy to have and pay for your wedding. You got to put money into the economy to have and pay for your ring. You got to have money to put away for college tuition. Like I said, 401k, RRAs, home ownership.
So you say someone made marriage a business?
Absolutely.
You're saying the Western civilization.
I mean,
Western civilization.
I mean, it's a business. Like they have numbers for these things, right? They have numbers for how much you're supposed to spend. A groom or potential groom is supposed to spend on his mate's wedding ring. It's supposed to be 3 months' salary. The people who came up with this concept are the same people who sell you the ring. It's the beers, right?
They came up with that?
They came up with that concept.
Marketing.
Look, I missed the receipts. Look it up. Google it.
Marketing. You don't
Right.
have to,
You know
but
what I'm saying? But it's there for you. You know what I'm saying? If you want to look it up.
no, I'm saying that you don't have to spend 3 months, but
that's the
average.
That's the number that they came up with to say that if you're not spending this amount, you're not doing it the right way, because they want to create a standard in which everybody can participate in to keep the money stream flowing in a certain direction.
Same thing with like Valentine's Day, right?
Absolutely.
But that don't mean you have to oblige by it.
But everybody obliged by it, which
Not
is why.
everybody.
Listen, right?
If he
Weddings
don't bring you a certain type of ring,
You don't got to be 3 months salary though.
if that rock don't look a certain way, if you don't, your homegirls might be like,
I mean, I don't want a little rinky-dink
See?
cereal box ring.
You don't
but-
want no QVC jump off.
Is the
If
love
it's
don't
nice,
matter? The
if
love
it's
don't
nice.
matter? The stuff he doing for you, how he treating you, how he providing?
But I also feel like a man's
You
ring
want
should
no
be nice
cubic-
too. I
cubic
feel like a
feet.
man's ring should be nice too. Shouldn't be no little rinky dink. Should be some nice ring too. We both should have nice jewelry. Why does it gotta be
bling bling?
No, I want nice jewelry.
Look at how things is. Everything's based on her.
You
Like
can
she
use
gets
that
the
money to go towards the house.
I'm not. That's what I said. I said it doesn't have to be. That was my first
Investments.
statement. My statement was it doesn't have to be 3 months. That's what I said.
But the plan for building America and building, because you got to understand, right? You start by building families, and then families want to live in the suburbs. So you put yourself in the suburbs. You put in a certain money towards getting a house. You build equity. You put that money in the bank. That money goes into the economy. These are all things that help. This is a construct built to economical construct to provide America with dollars that they could play around with and use to manipulate the economy.
But doesn't polygamy do that too?
No.
Why not?
Because people who are polygamy, I don't think they're worried about family construct in the same way that a traditional family does. You know what I'm saying? A polygamous family may not be worried about having children and saving the way.
It's sister wives.
But why not?
Yeah, there's actually a real construct behind that. Like everybody plays their part.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm. So we're gonna have to. If you don't know, don't say what you don't know. So
You're right. Teach me. Someone, please.
Yes, sir. If any of y'all
Run the receipts later.
out here want to come on the show and give us what it is, we would love to hear your thoughts and opinions on this particular part. Maybe we'll do another episode on it. Have someone come on.
I know somebody that actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright.
You know him too.
He might call you.
No, you know him too.
All right. So we still circled around. We're gonna start to get to our final thoughts. So is monogamy canceled, sir, Mr. Dre? Because that one we didn't really answer.
I don't think it's canceled.
Do you believe in it still?
I believe in it. I can believe in something, not necessarily subscribe to it.
True.
Now I do subscribe to it.
I do.
Just to let you know.
No. See, I think you're saying it because, like I said, I choose to participate in it. I don't believe in it. I don't believe it's
no. But what I'm
it's
saying,
normal. I don't believe it's normal, but I participate.
Yeah, but you participate in a way that fuels you, because you just said you're able to have the lady that enjoys women, so that you can also enjoy both.
Well,
So
okay,
it serves you.
it does serve me. However, right?
well,
We live in an era. We live in a new era, right?
Which is fine. You have conditions,
True.
so you should be able to.
True.
Right?
We live in a new era where everybody can have the type of relationship that they want.
Facts.
The same way how you can go to Shake Shack and you go on your phone and you sit there and you customize your burger. You know what I'm saying? And you go to Geico and you customize your car insurance. You can customize your relationship. So if you want to deal with a woman who agrees with the beliefs and values that you have, you can find a woman that believes, or a man, depending on whatever floats your boat, you can find somebody that believes in the values and principles that you believe in.
Okay.
And have the relationship that you want.
So is monogamy canceled?
Miss. Well, we got his. We got his. He said he doesn't believe in it, but he subscribes.
But I participate.
Even though his subscription is fueled to his conditions, which works.
We definitely need it.
No.
If you participate, then that means it's not canceled. You subscribe to it.
Fine. Sure.
But guys, do not forget, he's subscribing to it because it fits his
lifestyle,
which is what it should be. Like, it's fine. Like, yo, I can customize my relationship how I want.
It's for selfish
That's my
ambition.
spot.
Not really.
If
Because they're with it too.
He's not subscribing to any subscription that doesn't
Fit the criteria that he set up.
and that's what. So
But it works for him.
Yes. So people,
works for him.
those of you men or women who want to,
He found a loophole to it.
why is it a loophole?
It's not a loophole.
It's a loophole.
Nah, I ain't got no loophole.
Nah, it's not a loophole.
I got the upgraded version of the app. You dealing with the beta version.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Upgrade your shit, B.
Okay. Thank you for the advice. I appreciate that. Thanks.
But it's true. It's not a loophole though. Like he found a way that works for him. And those of you ladies that are out there or men that are out there, he might have something there. That's all I'm saying. Find your way. Yes, Miss Ramona.
Does that work? Does that work for a woman that wants two men too? Like, my man.
Hey, listen.
If he's gay, he's interested in having two guys. I'm just
If that's what
I'm not saying
That's
this is.
what you want.
I'm just talking for the
And-
people.
No, in his scenario, and I think there's some truth to it. You can find the type of relationship that works for you.
you can have whatever you like.
You just have to find those people who fit and want to work in that parameter
That
too.
part,
If they don't want to work in that, then obviously it doesn't work. So
I
they can't
respect
be a
your
part of
honesty,
that.
though. I respect it.
thank
Like you know what you want. So,
Took a long time to get here.
is monogamy canceled? For me, I feel like. Whew,
Yo, I felt the wind over here. Give me a hug.
I just feel like people's not ready for relationships, man. And I feel like half the time it's not even about you not being faithful. You're just not ready. You're not ready like you thought you was. And I feel like a lot of times these men, these women, they get into relationships just to be in it, to say they have somebody, but they're not really there. They're not there mentally, so therefore they're gonna still have that tendency to go out and cheat, go out and mingle, test. This is just my opinion. It's just my opinion why I feel like monogamy, if it's monogamy canceled or not. You know what I'm saying? I feel like it depends on the person you're dealing with, because some people are not ready for relationships. They think they are. They really want it. They really, really, really want it. But then when they get with this person, it's like, damn, I miss being single. I miss my freedom. I miss fucking bitches. I miss going out. Like, I'm tired of being home with this shit.
Until
I'm tired
it's
of
no
being home.
longer something that serves
Yeah,
you.
because after a while, when it's not fun anymore, and it gotta get real, it's real now. Now
Shit
you're
is
like,
real.
shit is real. Now it's like, I wanna go find me a Brenda. I wanna go find me a Sarah. Women too. I'm not gonna sit here and say just all men cheat.
Thank
Girls
you.
go out there and get them a Tom, get them a Steve too. Like, the homeboy ain't doing what he gotta do. So I don't feel like it's canceled, but I feel like before you get into a relationship, please reevaluate what you want. Be honest with yourself about what you want. And if you feel like you're not ready, you don't have to prove anything to nobody. Be single. It's okay to go around and just date. It's okay until you're ready for that person.
Can I jump in before you Dre, if you don't mind?
Good.
So I think what she's saying about, and I'm gonna do a RTI first. I think what you're thinking about, you know what I'm saying, and I'm gonna pivot this to an episode of the other show that I do, Uptown After Dark. So I got an episode coming up where I'm gonna talk about
What day does that come on?
that comes on in the middle of the month. You know what I'm saying?
What day?
It's usually like the third Wednesday of every
Wednesday.
month.
So it's on Wednesday.
It's on Wednesday,
Wednesday.
the third Wednesday of every month, right? So, in the next episode, and if you want to join me live on that one, you can, right? Because I think the reason why you say people not ready is because the question I want to ask for my January episode is love language versus sex language. A lot of people are absolutely in love with people that they are not compatible with sexually. And that's part of the reason why relationships don't work, because people vet the person to make sure that they are compatible with them in love language, but not compatible with them in sex language. And having a compatible sex language is just as important as having a compatible love language.
I agree.
I'm gonna leave that on the table right there. Go ahead, my brother.
Ow. That's true.
Again? We don't find thoughts?
Final thoughts. Final
Oh,
thoughts.
the reason
Yeah.
Yeah, final thoughts. I'm bad. I'm sorry.
Oh, yeah. Because you know, you
He did. All right, so let me give my final thoughts on marriage is canceled. Excuse me, monogamy is canceled. It is. I think we have this conception about monogamy and what it's supposed to be and what it truly is. Right? It's a union between two people who want to be together and learning each other and building with each other and growing, right? To a point where hopefully there's a situation that allows them to continue to have that life, right? With each other. And hopefully at some point you get to marriage. And I think that's a beautiful, beautiful thing. And I've seen plenty of relationships that have flourished that way. Having said that, I also believe that as human beings, we have the capacity to evolve. right? And to grow, and to experience things that your partner might not necessarily captivate them, right? And grow with you. So you might miss certain type of levels to it. So I just think you should be honest. You said this already, Keisha. Just be honest with what you're feeling and what your thoughts are, because it can be hurtful to say your truth, but at least it's your truth, and you don't find out something later that hurts, right? Because you didn't tell your truth. Who knows? She might have been like, okay, right? I doubt that she would say okay, but you know, but you never know. But you gotta know, right? You gotta know. Give the person the opportunity to have the data to make a decision on how they feel, and then go from there. So
Well said.
That's
well
my
said.
thoughts.
Well, I think monogamy is a concept that that's based on the individual, how you believe, and I think there's a level of selfishness to it.
To monogamy.
Yeah. So here's the thing, like people who are in the like the poly lifestyle are able to share people. When you're in a monogamous lifestyle, like,
roll this face.
no.
I mean, you put that right. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
I see it. But
Sorry.
let's be honest. You ain't sharing nobody,
Go ahead.
right?
Finish your
You see what I'm getting right now?
Finish your thought.
I tried to hold it together,
Finish your
right?
thought. I want him to finish his thought.
Nah, I mean, yeah, but Jesus Christ, I'm
Finish your thought. No, finish your
but
thought.
monogamy is based on what you
Sharing.
believe. Yeah, no, sharing what? No.
Keisha, can you let him?
I'm sorry.
Can you let him finish, please?
No, monogamy. There's a bit of selfishness. Yeah, you want like yo, you're mine. Like who else is getting that? Like I'm not sharing you with anybody.
That's how some people
You know
think
what I
it
mean?
is.
So that's what a lot of people believe that's okay.
That's what it is.
I mean, yeah. So I mean, like the poly thing, you can share whomever with a, like Mr. Brown here, who gets his threesomes on and things
So you
like
think
that.
it's better to share? It makes things easier.
No, I don't believe it. Again, it depends on
It's
the
more
person.
honesty.
That's true.
Well,
You don't have to be sneaky about it.
but even in monogamy, like there's
No sneak links.
honesty and there's trust in that too.
But not when it comes to other women.
But then that's when things are getting misconstrued, and because again, if you're entering into a monogamous relationship, you're supposed to be honest with that person. And again, like y'all said before, you're supposed to let the person know what you're looking for from the gate, right? So if you're looking for something monogamous, then that means you're not expected to go step out on this person.
I mean,
No,
allegedly.
that's his thoughts.
Okay, yeah, you're right.
You're not. If that's what we're both agreeing to, then I'm not expecting you to step out on a verbal or an emotional contract that we've signed with each other.
So, that was a lot, y'all. I don't know if we actually got to touch everything that we wanted to speak about on whether monogamy is canceled. How do you feel? Think we still got a little bit more to say?
I got something to say. I got some things
I'm sure
to
we
say.
could probably add some more contributions.
Alright, so we would love you guys' feedback on this, what we said so far, but they got more to say. So I think there's going to be a part 2 that you have to look forward to. So we'll end it here. We hope you guys enjoyed the show. We had a blast doing this show. This was really good. You might see some BTS for you guys. That's behind the scenes for you guys that didn't know what that means on the footage that we continue to talk about. But without further ado, as always, we hope you have a great night.
And a better tomorrow.
Peace.
Love you guys. Watch this.